Hello everyone, it's me Sue Ralph with Birdcage Craft Studio, and I'm bringing you the From Me to You tip number 30 today. And I just wanted to have a quick chat with you about one of the new stamp sets, Wondrous Wreath by Stampin' Up. And this is a stamp set that is the new polymer stamps, there you go, and also you get the framelits with them, so that then you can actually get to cut out everything that you've stamped. Now the one thing with the new polymer stamps is that they're actually see-through, so you can see where you're going to be putting them on your paper, which is brilliant, so you can see where you want to stamp. Now can you see they're really sticky? So when you actually use these, be very careful not to just grab and pull. Just tease them off the backing sheet a little bit and then they'll come off. And then you can put those straight onto your block like this. And then you're ready to stamp. Now the one here is what I stamped out. Okay, so that one goes on there. So basically what you do is you stamp it down and then you have your die cuts, which you can then place over the top, and you can then cut it out on your die cutter machine. And one of the good things about it, Stampin' Up, has actually realised that sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get things lined up. So can you see there's a little tab now at the top of the polymer stamp, and then if you look at the framelit, it has a tab at the top. So you just always make sure that when you're cutting out that they join up, okay, and then you'll come out with something like this. And obviously the hole in the middle, you then just use your other little framelit, and again make sure that the tab is at the top, and then you can cut it out. And as you can see, what I've done is I've overlaid the leaves, and then I have used the little berries, which again, be very careful taking them off, and you'll see that it has a tab just at the top like the others. Now I don't know if this is going to pick it up very well, but you could find that your polymer stamps start to take on colour from your ink dyes. Now it's not a problem, it's not going to transfer. As long as you clean them off properly, it will be absolutely fine. But the one thing I will say to you is, just because there's colour on there, do not use a solvent cleaner. Okay, because that will actually start breaking down the polymer over time, and it'll get sticky, and then they'll just disintegrate, they'll break. And I've learnt that by experience, because I've actually done that myself. And the other thing is don't use stays on black inks, you know, or any colour inks to print out, because they've actually got a solvent in them as well, and it will break down the polymer. And as I said, I learnt that the hard way. So make sure that you're using water-based dyes or one of the Memento inks, something like that, that doesn't have a solvent. And don't try and use like the stays on ink remover to get rid of the colour, because obviously that's going to cause a problem as well. The best thing to do is to grab yourself a baby wipe, or use a spray mist to clean your stamps. And if you still want to try and get a little bit more of the colour off, just take it to the sink and use a soft toothbrush with some washing up liquid and just run it under the tap and wash it off like that. But honestly, you'll find that it won't be a problem. Okay, so that's to talk about the stamps that you have here. And as I said, you know, just be very careful when you're pulling them off, because you don't want them to split. So that's one little point I wanted to sort of talk to you about, is the type of inks and how to clean them. And the other thing is, you do with the die cuts, you get everything that you have on the front. Okay, so you get two different type of wreaths. That's like the traditional wreath, and then you're more of a modern wreath. Then you get your berries, and then you have a bow, and you have a couple of sentiments, a little poinsettia there, and then you also have some ribbon. Now I've cut out just a few, just to show you. So this is the one wreath that I've cut out and put the berries on. So you can do two things. You can either go in and cut yourself out lots of little poinsettias, and then you can actually attach those, you know, as and where you want them. And can you see I've actually stamped the one, and I've just cut the other one out of the cherry cobbler. I'll get there in a minute. We also have the little Christmas sentiments, so you have Joy and Noel. Okay, so you can just make up your wreath as and how you want to. So that's like the traditional wreath, and I put some berries on. And of course, where the berries are, you can always put some little red rhinestones on them. and then you can pop on your sentiment, you know, however you want to do it. But I was thinking it would be quite nice, like what I've done, I've cut out 2 of the little bows, okay, and then I've just chopped just the top off the one, and I'm going to use it on my more sort of modern wreath. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue just in the centre. I haven't started this glue this morning, so it's still a bit stuck up. And then I'm going to just get myself my ball tool and a squishy mat, which I can't remember where I've put it. But basically I'm just going to break the fibres down just a little so that the bow starts to curl. And do it the other way as well. And it's not working so well because I haven't got my little mat here. And I'm going to pop it just in the centre, wrong way up, just like so. Just lift it up slightly. And then do you remember the other day that we actually coloured some rhinestones in? So this is the big rhinestone, and I'm going to just use my pokey tool. Now when I coloured these in, it was with a red permanent marker, but it's a little bit pink, so what I'd probably do is when that's totally dry, I'd go back over it again just to make it a deeper red. Grab my glue again, and then actually I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the hanging ribbon, put that at the top like so, just have another little bit of glue, pop my ribbon just on there, and then with my sentiment just see where I'm going to be placing it, and then just put a little bit of glue in the 2 areas, okay, just so that they catch on the card like that. And then you have a topper that's ready to go. So it's quick and simple, and it's a very easy idea from Stampin' Up. And what I've started to do, I've actually put a magnetic sheet inside my stamp box, okay, and then I can put all of my die cuts in there so that I know I'm not going to lose anything. And then I'm going to put my stamp sets in here, and then it's all ready to go, and I'm not sort of spending 5 minutes trying to look for my stamp set and die cuts, because I know that they're all together. And the envelopes the framelits come in, it's not redundant, because what I do, I just repurpose them and I pop my gemstones in, and then I can keep those in my drawer and they're ready for use. Okay, so that's my tip for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!